Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Louis, and God bless to every single one of you. Today is February 2026, and right now it's 9:04 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, guys, we have crazy news coming out. Crazy, crazy news. Earlier today, the New York Times put out this news that US soldiers were being evacuated. US soldiers were being evacuated from Qatar and other regions. Fox News just put out an update saying that US troops are not being evacuated. So you got some twisted news coming out right now, guys. So let me just read this really quick here. If you can, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell. So, conflicting reports. The New York Times says US soldiers evacuated from Mideast bases, but CENTCOM denies it. The New York Times citing Pentagon officials. Hundreds of troops evacuated from Qatar and Navy bases in Bahrain. No American soldiers remaining in Iraq, Syria, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, or the United Arab Emirates. Fox News and News Nation citing CENTCOM. The report is false. If the New York Times report is accurate, it's the clearest signal yet that strikes are imminent. Something strange is going on here, guys. So the New York Times, again, for them to actually put out a news like that, there's a possibility that news might have been meant for when Donald pushed the button. Um, Again, like I said, a lot of these things is already pre-planned, it's already prepared. All right. So they have like option A, B, C, D, and stuff like that. Um, but I think New York Times might have released some news that was supposed to be meant when things hit the fan. All right. So give me a second here. I want to pull up the Fox News article here. And if you can hit that like, hit that subscribe. Thank you again for your support. Give me a second here. So, hundreds of US soldiers evacuated from the Mideast bases amid Iran tensions. So, hundreds of US soldiers have now been evacuated from Al Udeid base in Qatar, the New York Times reported, citing Pentagon officials. There have also been evacuation at the clusters of U.S. bases in Bahrain that house the Navy's Fifth Fleet. Later in the day, Fox News dismissed the New York Times report, citing a well placed U.S. official. The U.S. has not evacuated hundreds of soldiers from Qatar base, nor has it evacuated bases in Bahrain, home to the U.S. Fifth Fleet. Now, the U.S. told Iran it expects the country to halt uranium enrichment, limit its missile program, and end support for proxy groups. U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Mike Waltz, told Fox News on Thursday. On Friday, Iran Foreign Minister Abbas told MSNBC that the U.S. had never demanded zero uranium enrichment from Tehran. In response, Fox News re-aired Tim Waltz, excuse me, re-aired Walt Thursday remark to underline the U.S. position remains unchanged. Now, speaking in a broadcast, Walt says U.S. officials, including Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner, and Marco Rubio, have repeatedly stressed that there is no reason for Iran to enrich uranium to 60 or 90% unless it intends to develop a nuclear weapon. No enrichment capability, zero enrichment, he urged. Now, he added that discussions last year included the possibility of a pooled international mechanism with monitoring and oversight by the International Atomic Energy Agencies, alongside addressing Iran's missile program and its continued support for proxy group. All right. So once again, guys, hundreds of soldiers are not being evacuated. The New York Times might have put out some news that was not meant for today. It was meant for when thing hit the fan. All right. So like I said, a lot of these news sources, they have news for like the future. All right. So give me a second here. So there's another news coming out. Check this one out. So a source confirmed a plan to take out the supreme leader, to take out the supreme leader and his son was floated to Donald several weeks ago. So again, that's one of their plans to take out the supreme leader and his son. They have something very, excuse me, guys. So it says here they have something for every scenario. One scenario takes out the supreme leader and his son. Now, the reason why they want to take out his son, because if the supreme leader, if something happens to him, then his son will be the next one to become the leader, the supreme leader of Iran. So I do believe that's what Donald is planning on doing, this massive military operation to take out the nuclear facility and also to take out the supreme leader and his son. They have something for every scenario. One scenario takes out the supreme leader and his son and the mullahs, the advisor said, referring to supreme leader of Iran and his son, who is seen as a potential successor. What the president chooses, no one knows. I don't think he knows. Donald will be ready to accept a deal that will be substantive and that he can sell politically at home. If the Iranians want to prevent an attack, they should give us an offer we can't refuse. The Iranians keep missing the window. If they play games, there won't be a lot of patience. All right. So you have these generals and very important people are giving Donald all these options. We could take out the supreme leader and his son. We could take this nuclear facility out. I mean, so they're giving Donald all these options. And here's the thing. Donald wants to take out the supreme leader. He wants to replace the entire gov and install a new one. All right, give me a second here, guys. Um, Also, we have some more breaking news coming out of New York. There is there's some kind of I wouldn't well, a peaceful protest is coming out of New York. You got a whole bunch of people, middle class people, and they are calling out Mamdani. All right, so they are calling him out. These middle class people, a lot of them, they own properties, right? So they own properties, and their property tax is gonna go up 9.7%, I think. And so these middle class people are calling out Mamdani, and today they put out their message. They said, "Do not touch the property tax. Do not come after the middle class." So, and of course, they were saying you promised to go after the rich and now you're going to come after us. But here's the thing, guys. We warned the people of New York, we warned them that it's a bad idea to put this man in power. It's a bad idea. And we warned them, we actually brought up September 2001. There's that saying, we will never forget, right? There's that slogan, that saying, we will never forget. But it seems like New Yorkers, they forgot. Man, they forgot. You guys forgot what happened in '01. You you put in a person in the spotlight, and that person, well, again, his people and many those in the Mid East are responsible for what happened in 2001. You guys actually put that man in the spotlight, and he promised you free food and free health and free bus rides and stuff like that, and now it ain't gonna happen. So the middle class today, they were out there, they had their speakers and stuff like that, they were speaking through microphones and demanding that the mayor stay away from the property tax, don't tax the mid class. But again, it's just very sad what's going on. All right, give me a second here, guys. I want to see if I can pull up some more information. Thank you so much for tuning in. Do, 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 do. Okay, so earlier today I posted a video. The Holy Land dropped the hammer on Lebanon. They dropped the hammer. So the Holy Land struck Lebanon, taking at least 10 people, including a senior Hezbollah official. This is one of the heaviest hits in the East in weeks. The incredibly fragile U.S. broker cease plan is now on life support. Here's the thing, guys. I leave this in God's hand. I leave this in God's hand, and I pray for those young ones and those people that were in that camp. So a camp got hit, all right, and these are like I guess the Palestinians. So the camp got hit, right? And these camp is where the people are staying, shelter and stuff like that because of the war going on. And so the Holy Land, they dropped the hammer on that camp, but there's innocence. The reason why they dropped the hammer is because there were enemies in those camp. And so in order for the Holy Land to take out the enemy, they had to completely take whoever's in the way. So again, my condolences and prayers to the families and friends that lost their loved ones. I don't know if there were multiple young ones taken out, but it was a big hit. It was a big hit. The number has risen. Earlier today, it was 2 people that passed away, but now it's 10. All right. So, like I said, I leave that in God's hand. These biblical wars are brutal. Now, these leaders, Donald and Benjamin and Putin and Zelensky and all these other leaders, they're going to have to answer to God. They're going to have to answer to God. Look at this here, guys. Look at this here. Everybody's praying in Times Square. And this is not a Christian, getting, baptism stuff going on. This is a whole bunch of mid-E on their knees and blasting, literally blasting the prayers, broadcasting their prayers throughout New York City. And we're not talking about the Lord prayer. We're not talking about the Lord's prayer. We're not talking about, thy Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom comes. Not that prayer. We're talking about their own prayers. They still blasting that throughout New York City. Again, it's still blasting it. And right now, I mean, there was some videos that were released. You got a whole bunch of people, they got their carpets on the ground and get down on their knees and stuff. But here's the thing, this is a sleeping giant country. All right. This sleeping giant was again, it was built under, Christianity, one nation under one God. But it's getting, these new people are coming and these new people are taking over. My wife just read this news article to me that they're going to be building a mosque in South Carolina. So they're gonna be building this big, massive community. It's not only Georgia, because Georgia, I think it's in Georgia, they're gonna they already purchased 61,000 square foot land. They're gonna be building their stuff. But now South Carolina, they're gonna be building a mosque, massive. All right, and we're definitely seeing it. Actually, no, it's not South Carolina. It's Florida. It's Florida. So they're gonna be building uh mosque is like a temple. So they're building temples already in Florida. They're gonna build one, I believe, in Georgia. So yeah, I just feel like God has given up on this land and is handing it over to the new people. All right. And years ago, back in the 40s and the 50s, one nation under God, and every house had like the American flag, right? Every house. And now I heard something about some kind of a sports event. Uh, I don't know what sports is it. I don't know, but they're not playing the national anthem anymore. And it seems like even sports like baseball and basketball, they're gonna stop doing the national anthem. They're gonna start playing the national anthem. I mean, again, what's going on in our sleeping giant? What is going on in our sleeping giant? They're not gonna be playing national anthem no more. So once again, we are definitely seeing a replacement. Let me just turn this around, guys. Give me a second here. Well, that's New York. That is New York. I never seen Times Square like that. I've been to Times Square. I've been to Times Square many, many times, many times. My dad used to take me when I was a little kid. We used to live in New Jersey, and we used to live like in Bergen County, and that's like not too far from New York. And every week, and my dad used to take me to Times Square, and Times Square was different back then. But if you go now, oh man, it's game over. I mean, it's just it's crazy. Someone said this, New York City, are we paying attention yet? This invasion expedited ever since you elected Zoran, the mayor, in office for the city of New York. Look at this one. So you have some people out there, they're not tolerating that. You got some people out there, they're not accepting that. Blasting that prayer throughout New York City. You got some people out there saying, "Not here. This is our sleeping giant country. You don't do that here." But yeah, I do believe this is the tip of the iceberg, guys. This is just the tip of the iceberg. It says here, yeah. So you got some people out there that is trying to interrupt the prayer. So you have a mass. prayer held in Times Square during Ramadan event. And then you have heckled by protesters. So you got protesters out there. You got some, I wouldn't say protester. I mean, I don't see them being protesters. I mean, I see them being, again, true Americans, basically standing up for their land and say, not here, not here. You want to do that? Go do it in your house. Wow. There's a lot of videos, guys, a lot of videos. Someone said New York City has fallen. Mm. So that is happening right now. So yeah, you got a whole bunch of them out there in Times Square. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. And you got this going on in church. You got that going on in church. So you got the church. Well, again, that's not considered a church. That is not a true church. So you got new people in Times Square on their knees and doing their prayers. And then you got, flip the page to the, again, flip the page and you got some of these building church, church that is spreading the abomination that's, the LG stuff, the LGB stuff. Mm. When you see stuff like this, it means that God is giving up on the land, or He's possibly trying to wake up a lot of people. Repent before it's too late. So you know what's crazy too, guys? You know what's crazy? Give me a second here. You know what's crazy is that Donald is trying to take the strip away from these people. These people is taking New York. So it's like a swap. It's like a swap going on. You take our land, we take your land. So I just feel like, God is allowing something here to go on. If you can, guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Someone said, "Hey, Louis, hey, how you doing? Who's that? Some guy on Z-Rap? Never forget. They forgot." Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Again, that's what I'm saying. New York has that thing. Everybody knows it. It's not only New York. This is throughout nationwide. Never forget. We will never forget. We will never forget. And I remember that day when the two stones came down. I got to use code words. When the two stones came down, there was a steel beam shaped as a cross. All right, and it stood tall. It stood tall. I remember that day. Again, I remember when the sun went down. It was so sad. It was. I mean, you had so many people from different states, like, rescue people and like firefighters and all them. They came to NY and to help. And that steel beam, we will never forget that steel beam is a reminder that God is with many, and we will never forget. But for some reason, New York forgot. Out of all of it, I mean, come on, NY. Come on. Mm. And now you guys are getting hit with the biggest tax. What is it, 9.7% for property tax? Woo, that hurts. Uh-oh. Oh, give me a second here. You got something going on here, guys. All right, so you got that person. He's not pleased. Some of these people not pleased. Again, for those of you that just tuned in, you know, those people out there, NY, they have speakers and they blasting their prayers. They want everyone in New York to listen to their prayers, and it's the Ramadan stuff that's going on. So yeah, so a lot of New Yorkers are saying, "Hey, no, no, we remember what happened in 2001." So there's only a few people that I see that is stepping up, is putting their foot down, but here's the problem. I think what's going on is that a lot of people are scared. It's just so many people just scared, or so many people's like, nah, who cares? Who cares? We got a breaking news. But again, it seems like I don't know what's going on with New Yorkers. I mean, back then New Yorkers were humble. They put their foot down. They didn't tolerate those type of stuff. But now they just let it happen. Like, I don't know. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Brand new photos related to the White House cocaine incident during the Biden administration has just been released. They still talking about that? So yeah, I remember, yeah, I think this was back in 2023. They found a bag in the White House. It was powder, cocaine and stuff, and no one know who it belonged to. So they kind of put the story under the rug and just kind of, but the Donald administration, he brought it back and said we need to investigate. So a lot of people believe that it's Hunter's bag. Hold on, give me a second here, guys. um hmm. If you can, guys, give this video a thumbs up. Let's make it to 200. But yeah, man, here's the thing, guys. I still believe that the sleeping giant is still a one nation under God, a pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which to stand one nation under God. Again, that's what I keep. That's what I keep. The sleeping giant was founded under Christian value. Never forget that. Never forget that. Remember, Ronald Reagan said, if we ever forget that we are one nation under God, then we will be a nation gone under. All right. Let me just read some of your comments now. I'm surprised there's no like crazy stuff going on, but it seems like everything is peaceful. Everything seems like it's peaceful. But you know, all right, I'm gonna read some of your comments. Good evening, Lewis. Hey, how you doing? Who's that? DJ The Shadow 882. How you doing? Good day from Philippines. Arvin Garcia. Wow, from the Philippines. Hey, what's up? I heard there was a volcano that erupted in the Philippines, right? Philippines, and then one in Indonesia. So we are praying for the people out there in Philippines. Be safe out there. My power went from high winds today, Austin Sad. Wow. What's going on? Oh, there's a lot of things going on. Again, let me just say this really quick. Earlier today, the New York Times put out a news that U.S. soldiers, hundreds of soldiers, were being evacuated from the air base, the biggest air base in the Mid East, in Qatar, and other regions too, other places. But then Fox News and Newsmax came out and said that's not true. There's no evacuation when it comes to troops. Now, I believe what might have happened is that the New York Times, they put out a report that was meant for when things hit the fan. Again, some of these news media, they have news already lined up for the future world events. That's why they drop the news quick, because they already know what's going to happen. Um, so again, there's a possibility Persia might strike the base in Qatar, and many, many, many soldiers might have to be evacuated. So I think a New York Times might have dropped some wrong report. So, but it gives us an idea what's to come. All right. Um, Someone say World War III. Um, we've been in World War III since '01. Okay. Um, we've been in World War III. Again, there's been so much war. There's been so much war. Afghan, Iraq, you name it. Ukraine, Russia. I mean, it just these wars never end. It never ends. Give me a second here. Good evening, Lewis. Someone said so. Ruth Woody B0704 says so long. That is so long. You're referring to New York, right? So, I mean, I believe, yeah, it is wrong. It is wrong. Look, guys, our, again, our Lord said when we pray, we must pray in private. All right. And I mean, these people, they do the opposite. When they pray, they want to blast that in front of everyone. I mean, I'm trying to go to sleep here, man. Nobody want to hear that. Turn off. And isn't that disturbing the peace? I don't know why New York let them do that type of stuff. Man, if I were living in New York, and I'm a type of person that I would definitely do this. I used to be in a band. I used to play the drums, and I know how to play a lot of instruments. And I had these PV speakers. Ooh, these PV speakers. If you turn that thing loud, I mean the entire neighborhood could hear it. If I were living in New York, I would open the windows and put out the speakers, and I would blast the hymns and the Lord Prayer, and I would blast that for like a good 30 minutes. If cops come knocking on my door, well, they blast their stuff, so I'm blasting my stuff too. I would definitely do something like that. Um, Someone said, "I'm shocked, Louis." Mm, we again, we all are. I mean, again, just imagine the founding fathers were here to see this. Just imagine they were here to see what's going on in New York. I mean, they won't be happy. I'll tell you that. It's crazy because we lost John MacArthur and Voddie Baucham, two of the amazing pastors that died last year. And ever since the Lord has called them, uh, this world has gone upside down. Guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up. I really appreciate it. I love the old vacuum tube amp. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I still got some old instrument stuff, and I just miss the drums. I gotta get the drum set. I gotta get the drum set. I have some nice ones too. I used to, play the drums at church in New Jersey, and I was so good. I was really good, and I miss playing instruments in the church. Nowadays, church, they have instruments, but it's all like computer stuff is connected to again, I don't like that. I like the true instruments. Give me some tambourines or maracas or something. I love the old vacuum. Someone said, "What's the news?" Ooh, I kind of yeah, I kind of repeated myself multiple times. Um, oh man, oh this is bad. This is oh man, I don't know how Twitter allowed this video. Something is floating in a river, and you guys know what I'm trying to say here. Something is floating. There's a video here someone just posted, and breaking news, a video going around shows a BODY floating in a Portland River. Now, locals are saying this kind of thing is really common. Unbelievable. So people just walking past the river, and some of the people are saying that this is common stuff. This is nothing new to us. Those people already seeing all that crazy stuff. I mean, there's a video here, guys. I'm gonna share it on my Twitter page, but I'm not gonna show it on YouTube. But you got people just walking. Yeah, there's a bridge. There's people walking the bridge. Video going around shows a floating in a Portland River. People are saying that this kind of thing is really, really common. That's the reason why Donald is sending the National Guards. This is the reason why Donald wants to send in the National Guards. But for some reason, people don't want it. We don't want ICE. We don't want ICE. We don't want National Guard. We don't. Okay, fine. Then you want to live a lawless life? Go ahead. But it's just very sad. You know, the Bible says in the end time, what's good is bad, what's bad is good. People just gonna love sin. People just gonna love sin. They're just gonna love it. People rather dance with sin than to repent. All right, give me a second here. I'm gonna read some of your comments really quick, guys. Very disturbing time we are living. All right. Someone said another Barack chef. No, no. Uh, just found you again. Yay, love from South Texas. Who's that? Johans 65. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Thank you so much for tuning in. Big shout out to the people out there in South Texas. You know, me and my family were planning on moving to Texas. I heard that Texas, houses there's a lot cheaper in Texas. I heard people's moving to Texas. Here in Florida, everything is so expensive. I mean, it's so expensive nowadays. Someone say just tuned in. Blessed ADYS. I truly apologize about some of these words here. Mm. Guys, if you can, make sure you hit that thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Let me go back on X really quick. Somali Somalians in Minnesota are demanding re- rep- reparation because of ICE. Are you serious? Are you serious? Unbelievable. The nerves. Man. And I have a feeling that's what's gonna happen. When the left becomes a president, they're gonna give all these like, "We are sorry that Donald did this to you. We are willing to give you money to every single one of you." Wow. Mm. Um, Not much going on right now, so things kind of slow down. Yeah, so things kind of slow down right now, guys, which is a good thing. Usually Friday is always chaotic. It's like always crazy stuff going on. Oh, Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom calls for refunds. No, no, I'm sorry. Gavin Newsom, he wants to ban 16 and under, ban them from social media. All right. So same thing that's happening in Australia. All right. So they don't want young ones, like certain, from possibly age 18. Again, they don't want them to have social media. Now, the reason why Gavin is saying this, because Gavin's daughter, she's addicted to social media, to mobile phones. And so he's seeing that it's not good. So he wants to ban teenagers from using social media. Certain age, I guess once you're like 17 or 18, that you can use social media. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Because I mean, I gotta agree with Gavin Newsom on this one. It's true. Too many people too addicted to phones and social media. Now, again, look at these very powerful people, right? That created these platforms, Facebook and Instagram and Telegram and whatever. All these platforms. These people are worth a lot of money. You think their kids be on social media? A lot of their kids are not on social media. Again, these CEO, these owners, they don't let the young ones be on Facebook. They don't. And here's the reason why, guys, because it does drain. I mean, it's not good for you. It's not good for your brain. It's not good for anything. You need to fill your mind with the word of God. You can't let cell phone fill your minds with all these technology stuff. You've seen so many different news going on in a device, your phone. I mean, how many people here has seen videos and read comments? Ooh, you really scared me. Who are you? What are you doing here? Come here. Come here. Hey. I don't know who the cat this belongs to. Hey, you hungry? Come here. Come here. He or she looks friendly. I don't know if it's a male or female. Might be hungry. I never seen this cat. This is a new cat. All right. It was just standing right there, just staring at me. Kind of spooked me a little bit. Come here. Aw. You okay? Yeah. I think it's a she. She's meowing too. She might be a little hungry. Oh well, it's another cat I might have to rescue. Yeah, that's a new cat. I never seen that cat. So, okay. Give me a second here, guys. All right. So I told my wife just to bring a little bit of cat food so I could give some to this cat. Hey girl, or boy, it just right here next to me. It's- I'm sorry guys. I'm gonna have to clean all this. I know it's a little messy here behind the greenhouse. I mean, there's gotta be behind there somewhere. Yeah, there's a nice cat. Thank you. There she go. There you go. Go ahead. Oh, this is a nice cat. This is a really nice cat. I might have to keep this one here. This is a very beautiful cat. All right. Ooh, my knees. I'm getting old, guys. Um, I might have to end this, get some water, and she's. It seems like it's a she, right? I mean, you could tell if it's a male or female. Looks healthy. All right. All right. Yeah. So I guess it was trying to catch my attention. Like, hey, feed me. I see you making videos out here. All right, guys, give me a second here. Let me just read some of your comments. Um, we do rescue animals. Again, we just rescue a Russian blue, and she's doing amazing. So I call her, yeah, we call her Hey Girl. Like, hey girl. So um, so yeah, we just rescued a Russian blue last month, and we have this one here. So again, I don't like to see cats out there, just running around. And again, I see so many cats out on the road. They just, again, you guys know what I'm talking about. You got these cars just run out and all right. So it says here, sweet of you to feed him. Okay, good night, Louis. Hey, thank you so much, Nancy, for tuning in. You assume it's gender. Yes. The reason why is because when she meow, it sounds like a female meow. It sounds like a female one. A male is like a little kind of a deeper voice. This one here is like a female voice. All right, and rapper, someone said. Give me a second here. I'm just reading some of your comments here. Someone said, "Oh my gosh." They want more money. Yeah, that's what they want. The Somalis, they want more money. It's crazy, you know. Go get that cat some tuna. Oh, cats, they love tuna. Oh, they love tuna. The only problem is if you give cats tuna and when they go, again, when they go use I mean the cat litter box, ooh, it stinks so bad. So I wouldn't recommend tuna. It just, you know, yeah, they're gonna stink up your house. Guess the news from Fox wasn't that important. It was important. It was at the very beginning. You missed it. It was at the very beginning. Fox News has put out the news about the hundreds of soldiers that supposedly was evacuated. Um, the New York Times is the one that put out that news early today that hundreds of U.S. soldiers were evacuated from certain Middle East base. Fox News put out the bombshell saying that's not true. There is no evacuation going on. Hundreds of soldiers have not been evacuated. So again, at the very beginning, I did mention it and I did talk about other world news. And then at the very end, I just hang out with you guys. So again, that's you know that's how I do my live stream. Um, Ginger. Oh, you guys already gave that a name? Hey, wow, ate the whole thing. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. It looks healthy too, right? I mean, it looks pretty chunky. You know, come here. Got some fleas. Yeah, I have cats, so she might know that I have cats inside the house. All right, so I'm not gonna approach her because again, you want to gain their trust first. So if you try like to approach a cat, they just run away and get scared. But yeah, it seems like she's a pretty nice cat. And, you know, she might have an owner. Sometimes these owners, what they do is they just let the cats. You know, again, that's come here, come here, come here. Yeah, yeah, it's gonna take some time. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna end it here. She might be a little thirsty. She or he or might be thirsty, so I'm just gonna get some water. And yeah, I think she might have some fleas too, because she keeps scratching. You know, and she might have some fleas and stuff. Yeah, she probably has some fleas. Come here. Yeah, you see, see. All right. It's Florida. I'm always thirsty in Florida. Ginger seems friendly. Yep. It seems like every time when I come out here to do the live stream, she's gonna come out too. So, you know, I keep saying it's a she, but it could be a he, but I don't know. I mean, every time I see a cat, I assume it's a female, and dogs are like male. Yeah, you don't want to go in there. There's a pit bull. Yeah. Oh, all right, guys. All right, so I'm just gonna end it here, but thank you so much for tuning in. And I got a video coming up, guys, and and she loves it here. All right, so I'm just gonna end it here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Um, yeah, be safe. That's sweet of you and your wife. Someone said. But anyways, yeah, be safe. I got two more videos coming up, right? Blanket outside to keep her warm. Oh, it's pretty warm out here. Oh, it's beautiful out here. It's like maybe 65, maybe 70. So it's beautiful out here. I could come out here with a short sleeve. All right. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up, guys. Make sure you give a video a thumbs up for Ginger. We just gave this cat a name, Ginger. Ginger. Oh, look, she looked at me. Ginger. Oh, all right. So yeah, she's back there for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Maybe there's some kind of bug or something. Ginger. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, be safe, guys. Have a good night. God bless. Till next time later. Peace.